Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We've got a great show lined up. But first, let's take a look at our weather, our outdoor weather. We don't ever worry about the indoor weather, but we've got a high today of actually getting up to 87, warming back up, and lows only going down to 70. So that little cool snap we had was very nice. I was actually in a tree stand Saturday morning, and it was right there at the crack of dawn. It was just special. It was really nice and perfect. So it's just refreshing to do that. So I'll share that with you later on this week. But the water temperature did drop down to 77.5 degrees, 77.5. So it finally got off 79, and that's a good trend. Our river readings brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. The Apalachicola at Bluntstown is an even 10 foot. It dropped out last couple of days, and it's going to sort of level off, it looks like. And the Choctawhatchee at Caryville, just pretty steady. It's at a 5.4, and they are tearing up the mullet on the Choctawhatchee River system. I'm telling you. You saw on yesterday's show how many those guys they're out there. They're field testing for it, Panhandle Outdoors, and they're giving great reports. So catching them now, not casting it and catching them. All right, the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn today. We got good tides all week. Today is going to be a low at 10:07 and a high at 11:51. So really good tides all week. Marine forecast, it's still a little breezy. Anytime you get in double digits, it's breezy. It's going to come out of northeast at about 10. So be aware of that. That's sort of it's been a little breezy the last couple of days. But okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's catch up with our pictures on what's been going on through the weekend. Last couple of days, we've had all kind of exciting outdoor activities, and we'll finally get them compiled and show them to you. But again, these are first-hand reports from right here in Florida Panhandle on all kind of cool things from all kind of just a various group of people. This first one is my buddy Tim Kahneman. Y'all know the Kahneman family? They've been building houses in Bay County, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years, I guess, and they built some fine homes. And Tim and his brother and all the whole family, and I think their dad started years ago. But anyway, look at there. Tim is a good fisherman. That's a nice catch, Tim. Congratulations, young man. Okay, this is our buddy Billy Grantham. Now let's look at Billy's words of wisdom. The second, okay, talking about the second time to hunt. The best time to hunt is the rut, okay? But the second time is right at the beginning of the season. Comes on slow. The first, when it's cold nights, and bam. He said they're walking and running everywhere. You walk in and walk out. Don't walk around in the woods looking for signs. Those who sit, get. Those who walk, just talk. And that's a great point this time of year. Just sort of go there and wait on one, and don't go walk around because they're going to smell you. When I first looked at that picture, I thought there was like a red tag on the deer by the tail light. All right, thank you, Billy, for those words of wisdom for the outdoorsman. George Bryant, how about Masalina Bayou? A big redfish out of Masalina Bayou. I don't think I would eat one out of there, but they're fun to catch. It's a pretty redfish. All right, this is Caitlin McKay. Now, the old timers that remember Buster McKay, old boat captain of the McKay family, they are well known for their fishing ability. And Tyler, her brother Tyler, was the deckhand for Billy Archer. So y'all saw him on a lot of shows. Well, this is what's in her driveway now. And let me read what she said. The thing was making her way down our driveway. We have 5 dogs, 3 cats, 3 geese, 2 cows, 2 birds, and of course us. Hate all you want, but we have a deaf dog that already been bitten by one because she can't hear the hiss of the rattler. Better safe than sorry. By the way, I'm 5'7", just to give you a comparison, double fang and all. Okay, so anyway, look, she took a picture. When you're talking about double fang, and you don't see this very often. Look on the right fang, see that right in the center of the screen. That's a double fang rattlesnake. That will really put a hurt on somebody. It will kill a dog in a heartbeat. So I understand Caitlin taking care of that one. All right, let's get back to fishing. Let me read you this story first. I just want to read you the story. I went fishing with my nephew on Monday and started in Johnson Bayou. Not much action, but we did see a swimming popping cork. How many of us have seen this before? All the time. Okay, so I tried to hook it, but it went under when we got close enough to cast at it. I went back out this morning and hit the bayou again. Same swimming cork in the same spot. This time I hooked it. Nice red was attached. I started pulling in all that excess line, and a rod with a nice pin reel was on the other end. Okay, so there's that redfish snatched the reel out of somebody's rod. So that was a strong redfish. So that's a good fishing story right there to share with your friends and all. Okay, my buddy Alan Shepard sent this to us. Tim Trone may have just broke the blue catfish world record while fishing a local Georgia redfish. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the fish. Here's Tim Trone right here. It may be the world record. It's a 151-pound blue cat, and here's a better picture of it. Folks, is that not a catfish? Look at that, 151 pounds. Blue cat, and local boys too. All right, and coming to us, this Captain Kim down there in Blue Water. Okay, right here, a snapper plentiful this weekend. This is the prettiest angler picture I got. Looking forward to next season. Sorry you couldn't make it. Millard was here. I would have loved to have seen Millard. So thank you, Captain Kim. And let's see, get the picture of it right here. Catching red snapper in the bay down there at Carabel out of Sea Quarters Marina. Good fishing there. Okay, and David Bird sent this. They've been moving this week. We're gonna start seeing a lot of them. There's a close-up of them. I'm already hearing a lot of bear stories from folks. And one more, this is from one of my former students out there. They live in Pensacola now, and that was in their driveway. When we talk about snakes moving, they're moving. And really, I've got some video coming up a little bit later of some snakes. They're out there, especially this past weekend. We've got snake pictures all over, and Gail and I had an encounter with one. So let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Always good to hear from all of y'all. Ray Howell up in Bluntstown, I hadn't heard from you lately. But speaking of hearing from people, we were up there over the weekend. Gail and I went up to Granddad's old place, and just a special place. And took the tractor up there, did some mowing. But old acquaintance of ours stopped by to see us. He was over on an old dirt road and saw us over there. A guy named Maxwell White. He was my late brother's brother-in-law. He was a consummate outdoorsman, still is a consummate outdoorsman. He grew up in West Gaston and Greensboro. Played basketball for Greensboro High School. I laughed. We sat around and talked about some of the old-time basketball players, how good they were. Maxwell actually played men's league after high school. He had a scholarship, then played men's league after high school till he was 35 years old. And we were laughing. He still could dunk at two hands at 35 years old. And not many people can say that. And knees finally gave out on him. But we had a great visit. We were talking about how the old timers back then, our dads, how they loved fishing, and they would go on every Saturday and sometimes get off work early and go if they could. And they just absolutely loved them. But we were talking about the old Cypress boats, and everybody back then built your own boat and made it, had cut the boar's cut, and you built it in your backyard, and it was made out of cypress, which came out of the swamps up there. And I just want to share this information for some of the folks that maybe didn't grow up around here and all, because it was just a unique part of our heritage. And these old boats they would sit in the yard, and sometimes the guys, they didn't have many. They had some old boat trailers, but sometimes they just put them in the back of the truck and take them places. But Maxwell was talking about how his dad, sometimes in the middle of the week, and we had the same way. This is before the fiberglass boats came out now. Would say, son, go put some water in the boat. And what it was during the middle of the week, they would go he and his dad would fill the boat up with water on the inside and leave it there for a couple of days. And then after a couple of days, they'd take a bucket and dip all the water out and then turn it over and dry. So that cypress would swell up. And when it swelled up, then that would seal the seams, because when you made your own boat, we couldn't build a perfect boat back then, so, and the nails or something would come out a little bit, so they would leak pretty fast. But if it swelled up, they would take it out, and that water would swell up that cypress. He brought back so many memories of folks doing those. We don't do those kind of things now. We have fiberglass and all that, but the old timers all throughout the Panhandle, it could be on the Choctaw River, South Alabama, or South Georgia, That's what the guys did back then when they put water in the boat to swell it up, to seal the seams and little holes in it. And then after a couple of days, they go fishing, then put it back in the yard and start drying back out, and then repeat the process over and over again every time they went fishing. I just want to share that story with you. I got a kick out of it. It's good to see old Maxwell White. Okay, and by the way, they're catching a lot of fish up there. Anyway, now this leads me into our little video. Y'all know our buddy Bill Shields. I love Bill Shields. He just a good guy, and he and Bill Allen been friends since boyhood. But we've done the videos before from his houseboats. And we talked about how the video about how the houseboats come down through generations, and he hadn't been since the hurricane. He hadn't been there as much as he'd normally like to. But he sent me a little video, a little 2 or 3 minute video on some. He put this together himself, and I'm impressed. Some fishing trips that he went on, and he's got a picture in there. He's got one of Bill Allen and his dad, and then he's got a lot of Bill fishing with his sons, and then with his grandkids, and then the last picture is Bill with his dad. So there's a bunch of just still pictures going through there. I want to share it with you, put music to it and all. It just really was entertaining, and I appreciate Bill doing it. And Bill just has a knack for, he loves the outdoors, and he does really well. And his family was if you remember, they were in the laundry business for a long time, dry cleaning business. They had the business for a couple of generations, and it now Bill's in real estate. But let's go ahead and, Jeff, let's go and roll this video, okay? Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at 250 to 450 this morning, and this afternoon from 320 to 520. I want to show you a couple of pictures. We had you know, I was talking about, you know, fishing at different times and all, and one of the great times to fish is right before front comes in, especially in the fall. And this past Friday, Braden Harris got out there, and he and his buddy went fishing Friday. They had an epic day. According to Michael, it was an epic day. Look at these, this is just a couple of fish. And folks, no secret of what they were doing. They're fishing top water. They were fishing top water. Good job, Braden Harris. I told Michael, I can't believe he skipped school, but North Bay Haven, they didn't skip school. North Bay Haven didn't have school that day, but it would have been a good story if he'd skipped school and caught those, but we can't condone that kind of stuff, especially school board stuff now. But anyway, good job. The other thing I want to show, we were on to, I want to show you, Gail and I were able to go, we're talking about wildflowers this time of year. We went up to Granddad's old place, like I said, over the weekend, and I just want to show you, I'm going to go through a quick series of pictures setting up our video. This is just wildflowers all over the place. I mean, they're just beautiful. And I just want to show you some quick pictures of them, and the reds mixed in there. This is not planted, this is just Mother Nature at its best. And I was just up there riding around, Gail, okay, and I'm on my Kubota tractor. I love that thing, and I got a mask on and everything, but that's my granddad's old place, way up there in the woods, and it's just special. So I was up there mowing. It about got out of hand, but while I was having a great time, Gail was over. She sort of hangs around the pole barn for a good while till everything clears out. But she loves getting out in the woods too. And she was down there putting up my camera, the game camera, and we were looking around, and we were down in the field, and I was sort of mowing, and when she came down in the truck to put the camera up where we usually put it, I stopped, and about when I got out of the truck, we got off my tractor, I saw her jump, and folks, she almost stepped on a snake. Now, Gail is scared, petrified of snakes, always has been. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being most scared, she's 11, okay? I'm probably a 1. Unless I'm about to step on one, I get excited when I see one. So anyway, we saw the snake down there, and guess what it was? A copperhead, and that place is infested with them. So I said, run get the camera while I'm gonna try to grab them. And of course, she ran okay, but she came back with the camera. And so we shot this little 3-minute video. I'm gonna show the video, then come back. So Jeff, let's run this video. Gail just about stepped on this snake right here. We're at my granddaddy's place. Oh, come check this out. Come around this way. You can't hardly see it. And you see the colorations and all. I told y'all, when you're not looking for a snake, when you're gonna find one. So I got me a stick now. I need a bigger stick. Okay, you see them right down in here? Y'all see them? Okay. All right, now, there's his tail here. His head right there. You don't want to strike. Whoa, 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 oh man, come here. That's a baby. Come here, come here. Come on, Gail. I lost him. I'm trying to get him out here and open.
Don't flip him over.
I'm gonna grab his head.
No, you're not.
See the? All right, here he is. Okay, all right, he's coiled up now. All right, I need a can or something to catch him. Oh, watch this. Now he can't feel the heat from the stick, man. If I stuck my hand down there, he'd feel. I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna go real slow. You think if I hit him in the head, he could be mad. The tongue trying to figure, see the head, shape of his head? I really can't do much with him. I can grab him. So Gail don't want me to. He ain't struck yet. Ah, he's gonna get away. There he goes. What I want you to see now is that yellow tail we've talked about on the show so many times. I tell you, I see one will come up here. See that yellow tail right there? See that yellow tail? Okay. All right, there's the yellow tail. See him in the sun? There he goes. Now, Gail, I'm gonna have to kill this one because Gail. All right, let me get the shovel. He's gone. Where'd he go? there he is. Y'all see him? Yeah, he's right around our feeder, so we got a dispense of him. Is that dead?
Where's the-
Oh, look at it. So that's a poisonous snake. I normally don't kill him, but he's right here where we got the deer feeder and camera. And Gail almost stepped on him. All right, we're gonna let the birds eat him. There you go. Woo! Another day. Okay, welcome back. You see what I was talking about. We're up there mowing everything, and again, I don't like to kill snakes just to be killing them, but I don't like for them to be around, and especially when we've got that many. I had a guy that had done some land clearing for me a couple years ago up there. He said, Mr. Chester, I've never seen him in the copperheads as I have on your property. So we try to dispense of them if we can, just for the safety of it, especially around tree stands and places we're going to be. But it's fun going up there, and it's enjoyable. It's there in West Gaston, right there in the Liberty Gaston line, and it's a special place to us. But I stop and think, that's 3 snakes we've shown today. 3 snakes on today's show, 3 different ones. With a rattlesnake and 2 rattlesnakes and a copperhead. And when we say they're moving around, they are moving around, so be aware of it. So hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you enjoyed Bill Shields' video. That was sort of upbeat and just nostalgic kind of. And when I'm looking at it, I was thinking all of us should somehow get us some of those old pictures and all, put together little 2 and 3 minute clips and all. And if you want to share them, we'll be glad to share them and all. But we've had some just a great heritage of doing these kind of things. It's such a family-oriented outdoor things that we do. So anyway, got to wrap it up for today. Hope you enjoyed today. We covered a lot. We got a lot more to cover tomorrow. So do something good today for your fellow man. You have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.